In the fairy tale criminal justice system, citizens are represented by two separated yet equally ridiculous groups: the fairy tale police, who investigate fairy tale crime, and the fairy tale district attorney, who prosecute fairy tale offenders. These are their stories.
Well, you're up early, Zell.
And you're late, but I'm glad to see that both of you got your beauty rest.
Ah, you noticed.
All right, kids, break it up. So what are we looking at?
Well, you would be looking at 39 Chestnut if it was here anymore.
Accident?
Not a chance. Perp struck the property from the rear using some form of wind power.
Wind power.
Hey, Cindy, what's with the missing shoe?
Long story, but I left it at the policeman's ball last night.
And let me guess, you're the new spokesman for Gauze?
How about we stick to the crime?
Any leads on our perp?
No dice. And the boys downtown got nothing on the tenant either. But take a look at this. See this yellow tinted fibrous material here? We're stumped on what it might be. Tommy ran it through the crime scene scanner and came up with diddly squat.
Diddly squat, huh? Sounds like my bank account. All right, let's have a look. I have to say, the texture and appearance are almost straw-like in nature.
Straw-like. Huh. You may be onto something, HD.
Whatever it is, the whole building was made out of it.
And I'm assuming no witnesses?
Actually, Blue questioned two sisters a block away. Running pretty fast from the scene, these two, but they saw nothing, so we sent them on their way.
Did you see where they were headed?
For a circle. Why?
I've got a few questions of my own. A few questions for them to answer. That's right. Oh, and Zell,
Yeah?
cheer yourself tonight, will you?
What are you talking about?
You've been cooped up in that high-rise apartment for months now. Get out there. Let your hair down.
All right, maybe I will. For the right man, anyway.
Ain't that the truth? You deserve a prince.
All right, beat it. I gotta get to the bottom of this mystifying straw-like material. What could it be?
This is some mess.
I'm telling you, HD, my gut says this is personal. Our Vic took something too far and our perp hit back.
Yeah, well, whatever that something was, it must have been the, last straw.
TPD. Finish line's right here, folks.
What seems to be the problem?
The problem is that you can run, but you can't hide.
Let's hear your names.
I'm Jack.
Sprat, be nimble, beanstalk.
Just Jack, aka Jacqueline. And this is my sister, Jillian.
But my friends call me Ian.
That's odd.
I have odd friends.
Where were the two of you at 7 this morning?
Walking up Chestnuts, heading out here to do a morning jog.
Word on the street is that you were walking pretty fast.
What are you getting at?
You were running, not walking, running.
Take it easy, man. We've got an eyewitness who paints a somewhat different picture. Does the threat of perjury jog your memory?
Okay, fine. We were running. The two of us were heading up Chestnut like usual, but then Jillian got dehydrated. So I had to go down Hill Street to the Quick Stop to buy a vitamin water.
I wasn't dehydrated. She made that up so she could use a coupon.
That's not true.
She does this all the time. Last week, she pretended that we both had broken legs because Target had a buy one, get one free sale on wheelchairs.
I swear, if you do not get to the point, I will escort you to the point with my fist.
Hey, take it easy.
So then what?
She followed me into the Quick Stop, and then we left.
That it?
Well, I doubt this is relevant, but I heard a loud noise that caused me to trip and fall headfirst on the sidewalk and crack the crown of my lateral incisor.
So let me get this straight. Jack, you and Jill,
Ian,
you and Ian went uphill to buy a bottle of water.
Vitamin, water.
Then Jack here fell down, broke the crown on her lateral incisor.
And let me guess, you came tumbling after?
no. Why would I tumble? That doesn't make any sense. Then what? We got stopped by those cops over there, jogged here, got stopped by you guys who made us late for work.
I'll make you late for work with my crutch.
Hey, cool it!
Did you see anything out of the ordinary while at the Quick Stop? Anything at all?
Come to think of it, we did see a couple of shady youths in the candy aisle.
Shady youths, huh? Catch where they were headed?
Nope.
Actually, while I was eye level with the sidewalk, I noticed something odd.
Yeah, what's that?
Skittles.
Skittles?
Skittles?
Yeah, I was surprised too. There was a line of them trailing behind the hoodlums. There must have been a hole in their bag or something. So I'm thinking, if you follow the rainbow trail of Skittles,
We'll find our pot of rainbow gold.
We'll take it from here. Enjoy your jog. We'd better move. In this business, every second counts.
Yes, and time, it seems, is running out. Well, I guess the old expression's right. Follow 10 blocks of Skittles and you'll find 2 Germans at a pond.
We don't want any trouble.
yeah, we are innocents.
How about answering some questions?
We cannot talk right now. We're feeding the birdies.
I wasn't aware that birdies ate candy.
Oh, absolutely, policeman man. The candies is very popular, the birdies. The pigeons, they prefer the junior mints. The geese, they go wild for the twizzlers. And the duckies, the goobas.
For you aware that in some foreign lands, they feed the birdies mint breadcrumb?
Breadcrumb, can you believe that? I get queasy tummy just brain thinking of it. So nasty gross.
If you 2 dum-dums don't shut your wax lips, you're gonna make friends with the jawbreaker.
We don't have to take these verbal abuses.
Hey, HD, I forget. How many years in prison for resisting arrest?
500 years.
Okay. We will do as you wish.
First of all, you should know we are German.
Oh, really? With those hats, we thought you were from Detroit.
And these are traditional alpine hats.
On sale last week at TJ Maxx.
Get on with it.
Ja, so okay, my name is Hansel and this is Gretel.
Hello.
We are brother and sister, and yesterday morning, our stepmommy kicked us out of the house.
Why'd your stepmom kick you out?
Stepmommy is evil.
She was so sick of these fake German accents.
Wait, you're faking your accents?
Yeah, didn't you pick up on that?
It sounds annoying to us, but we just figured everyone expects it of Germans.
Give the people what they want, right?
Hold on. You're saying all German fake it.
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Anyway,
No. We prefer your real accents.
Oh, okay, cool. So, as I was saying, yesterday morning, our stepmom kicked us out of the house and left us alone in town with no food and water at all.
She's evil.
But then we found this quick stop and it was like overstocked with candy, so we bought a ton and then we Ubered home.
And get this, our stepmom isn't actually evil. It was just low blood sugar, and she was totally cool after a couple of Mike and Ikes.
Oh, well, that's a really fascinating story, and we're thrilled about the happy ending. And I'd like a Tootsie Roll. Yeah, there we go. But there are more pressing matters.
Did either of you see anything out of the ordinary while at the quick stop?
No, though I did see a hairy guy walking across the street with an industrial fan.
Did you see where he was headed?
Hard to say. I was so hopped up on Peeps.
Yeah? Thanks, Piper. Strike two.
Our furry fan man?
Downed building out in the boonies. We gotta fly. Thanks, kids.
Dankeschön.
Whoever our hairy perp is, he must have a sweet tooth for destruction.
Took you fellas long enough.
Ugly D missed me.
Dream on, Prince Charming.
All right, so tell me what you got.
Well, I heard on the wire about the pile over on Chestnut. Based on that report and the workmanship here, looks like Sangperp. Identical approach from the backside, identical wind velocity. This time, though, different substance.
What are those?
They look almost stick-like.
Yes, stick-like.
They're sticks.
Oh.
And the other one? That one was straw.
Oh.
Well, I got a question. Why would anyone build a house out of sticks?
Well, same reason they'd build one out of straw.
Why's that?
That's what they pay us to find out.
By the way, you look terrible. What happened?
Hey, looks like Gold's got a witness over there.
Yeah, he was the next door neighbor and was the first on the scene.
Shall we?
Yeah. Much thanks, Dee. Sorry we can't stick around.
Well, be careful, you two.
Careful's my middle name.
I thought it was Yolanda.
I had it changed.
Nice.
Hey there, Goldie. How's that coffee?
Lukewarm.
I'm guessing you want to meet our new friend.
Yeah. What's your name, Dumbo?
I'm Marcus. Oh! Look, I told her what I know.
Well, just tell them exactly what you told me.
Okay. Well, I was walking home from a doctor's appointment when suddenly I heard this noise. Like someone dropped a box of toothpicks. Then I look up and I see that mess over there. And that's it. Can I go home now?
Did you see anything besides the pile of sticks?
Oh, that's all. Oh!
Is everything all right, sir?
Yeah, everything's all right. I feel fine. Oh!
So, Marcus. I'm going to ask you a question. Okay? What's the square root of 64?
8?
Oh, good job. You're a smart one now, aren't you? All right, here's another one. What's a group of geese called?
A gaggle?
Oh, good job, good job. Watch this one. How many times do you work out at the gym?
Twice a day. Oh!
Yeah, that's right.
Mind explaining what's going on, Marcus?
Okay, fine. My name isn't Marcus. It's Pinocchio.
Oh, I saw you on Oprah.
So, what's your story, Wizard of Schnoz?
Okay, I'm what you call a test tube kid. The scientist who created me, aka Dad, he heard ladies like striking features. So he combined the DNA of a human and an aardvark. And voila. And he thought parenting would be easier for him if my nose were connected to my brain in such a way that every time I lie, my nose grows 3 inches. Thanks, Pop.
Hey, don't disrespect your dad. After all, Father knows best.
All right, I know bad puns are a part of every detective's job, but can you maybe rein in the nose jokes?
Wait, I don't understand. When you lied before, you were in pain, but your nose didn't grow.
Oh yeah, it's like I said. I just got back from a doctor's appointment, a doctor that specializes in the reduction of comically long noses.
That's a reduction?
It used to be 2 yards long.
Whoa!
Yeah, I lie a lot. Anyways, after surgery, the doctor said my nose would still be sensitive to lies.
Now, did you witness anything suspicious at the scene of the crime?
No. Oh! Fine. I saw a bunch of people in basketball jerseys poking around the rubble. Then once they heard the sirens, they all jumped into a van and peeled out of there.
So, Marcus, does that nose of yours only give you trouble during intentional lies, or whenever you say anything inaccurate?
Anything inaccurate, unfortunately.
No, that's good. Okay. Well, answer yes to everything I'm about to ask you.
Okay.
Okay. Did you see more than 4 people picking around the rubble?
Yes.
How about more than 10?
Yes. Oh!
How about exactly 5?
Yes. Oh!
9?
Yes. Oh!
6?
Yes. Oh!
8?
Yes. Oh! Make it stop.
7?
Yes. Oh! Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Oh.
7 it is.
So we got 7 ballers, but no way of finding them. Without the plates, we're sunk.
Jiminy Cricket.
Excuse me, officers.
Keep your nose out of this, Professor Probiscus.
Snowmen.
What?
The license plate. Snowmen. Kind of hard to forget something that strange.
Call it in, Cindy.
Maybe it's that Frosty guy and his crew.
Keep the predictions to us, Nostradamus.
Hey, Piper, I need a trace on plate number Snowmen. Yeah, I'll hold.
You two better have some news.
Captain, good morning.
It's the opposite of good morning if I don't hear some results. We've got 2 down buildings and 0 arrests. Now, when I do the math, that's 2 buildings too many, and 0 is a darn low number of arrests.
It's the lowest number.
What about negative numbers?
I don't need a math lesson. I need a results lesson. Listen, you two better find whoever nicks the straw and the sticks, and you better book them. Do you hear me? You book them.
Captain, we just got a lead on some guys who just may be the perps.
May be the perps. I don't ever want to hear the word May from you again, unless it's the month of May, and it's not, right?
Yeah.
Listen, the 911 call just came in from HQ. They're taking them down for questioning. We found the Vicks.
Wait, you found the Vicks?
Who are they?
They're pigs. They're pigs.
Cops?
Pigs, you knew it. Swine, hogs, ham. Now what time is it?
9:44.
Thanks. Some slimy croc stole my watch.
Did you say crook or crock?
However you pronounce it. Tomato, tomato. Listen, you two better solve this case by 11 before I put you both on unpaid suspension faster than you two can say unpaid suspension. And that's only 5 syllables, so you better get it done in 4.
Unpaid suspension?
This is bad.
Hey, Piper. Thanks. Plates are in. Shaker lows. We better move. We appreciate it.
Happy to help. Woo!
FTPD. Whose van is that over there?
It's mine, officer.
What's your name?
I'm happy.
I said, what's your name?
I told you, I'm happy.
I don't care if you're ecstatic. If you don't tell me your name right now, I'm gonna make sure you're never happy again.
But I've always been happy.
All right, punk, I'm taking you in.
Pardon me, officer, but let me explain. Her name is Happy. We all have irregular names. For instance, my name's Doc. Happy, you've met.
Hello again.
And then there's Grumpy. Sleepy. Bashful. Sneezy.
Sorry, hold on. Choo!
And last but not least, Dopey.
Onion rings.
And we're the 7 dwarfs.
Dwarfs?
Yes, I know what you're thinking. We're not dwarfish in size. See, the 7 dwarfs is our team name for our 7-on-7 basketball league. It was actually Coach White's idea. We're not that short, but compared to everyone else on the court, we're tiny.
Like Steph Curry. He's 6'3", but next to Shaq, he looks like a peanut.
Or like today when Grumpy had to post up on that Giant Center.
I hate that guy. All he does is complain about his yard. Wait, I have trouble with weed control. Wait, there's an oversized beanstalk blocking the light in my sunroom.
Cut him some slack, you guys. He's been robbed like 3 times this week.
Okay, enough small talk.
We need to know where you were earlier this morning.
Unicorn.
Dopey, please, let me handle this. We were at a game, and then we kicked back here to kick off our yard sale.
According to a witness, it sounds like you made a pit stop on the way.
You're right, we did stop. That demolished building was a gold mine for us.
What did you just say?
See, b-ball is just a hobby. We make a living selling collectibles at yard sales. And when we came across that rubble, well, off to work we went.
You do realize tampering with the crime scene is a federal offense?
We didn't know it was a crime scene. And besides, we had junk retrieval permits. Team?
So, guessing you didn't see anyone suspicious?
No.
What about this Coach White? Any chance he's hairy and owns an industrial fan?
No, and he's a she. Choo!
See, Miss White's coaching us in exchange for free room and board. She's actually stuck in bed on account of some bad McDonald's apple pie. Dr. Charming's stopping by later with Love's First Kiss.
Such a weird name for a generic Imodium AD.
I don't see why we need to waste money on a doctor when Doc's been out of med school for 5 years.
Dental school.
Another dead end. And that was the best lead we had. Captain's not gonna be happy.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Can it, short stack?
You betcha.
Hey, what if the Tiny Tims found a clue in the rubble?
We're gonna need to see your loot from the crime scene.
Sure thing. Team, what did you find?
Lunch pail.
Shovel.
Tool belt. Blueprint. Turkey hoagie.
And I found this ID card for a construction site.
No obvious thread that links the clues together, unless these are all props and costume pieces for a music video about construction workers.
You may be onto something.
Yeah, which means our perp is a hairy pop star who sings top 40 hits about construction.
That must be it!
Yeah.
Or he's a construction worker.
Oh.
Well, it's a small world, after all. FTPD, we've been looking for you.
Hey!
I didn't do anything.
The innocent ones always run. Book 'em.
You're under arrest for the willful destruction of homes built out of foolish raw materials.
And may I be the first to welcome you to Justice Town. Population, you.
Look, you've got the wrong wolf.
Oh, yeah? Well, here in Justice Town, I'm the mayor.
And who's she?
I'm on the school board.
I know you three have been through a lot today, so we'll try and get this over with ASAP. First off, my name is Executive Assistant District Attorney Stiltskin, and to my right is Assistant District Attorney Merm.
Afternoon.
Your names for the record?
I'm like pig 1.
I'm pig 2.
Which makes you pig number 84.
Pig 3.
Oh.
Pig 1. Let's review your story. You're alone in your straw house. Wolf approaches the house, knocks it down.
Yeah. Kept saying he'd like blow my house in, which sounded like a little weird. I told him to hold on, that I was waxing the hair on my like chinny chin chin. And then like before I know it, bam, my house is like kaput.
And then what?
Well, I was like freaking out, right? So I curly tailed up to my sissies.
She arrived at my stick house all discombobulated. Poor almighty, I felt her forehead, and she was baking, and I mean sizzling.
And then?
Same thing, basically. I'm a waxing, and the furry guy shows up with that fan of his, and bam, next thing I know, my bachelorette pad's yard waste.
And that's where you come in.
Quite. They arrived at my doorstep, utterly frazzled, and I comforted them with tea and crumpets.
And at which point the perpetrator arrived, attempted identical fan-powered destruction, but failed.
That is affirmative.
Now, what about this Wolf character? You know him?
We did. He was the highest bidder on the contract for all 3 of our houses, but all of us withdrew at the last minute.
Why?
Well, we saw him with that poor girl in the red hoodie on Judge Judy.
Ugh, that B&E mess last month.
The one with the schnauz and empty kitchen cabinet?
No, the other one.
Oh, the one who lives in the Nike.
No, the old lady, the better to whatever with my dear.
Right.
So he certainly wanted no association with a convicted felon.
Was he angry about you pulling the contracts?
Furious.
Hello? Motive.
We may need you to testify in court.
If we must.
And one thing I'm not clear on, why the disparity in the construction of your homes?
It's a simple story, really. See, Ma and Pa died 10 years back.
How did they die?
It was like a luau.
And they left behind a sizable trust fund for each of us.
Problem is, me and Pig 1, we got sloppy. I personally tried to invest my inheritance in a highly unsuccessful new style of hip-hop music, consisting entirely of rhythmic oinks.
And what about you?
This little piggy went to like Vegas.
She lost everything on the roulette wheel.
Always like bet on pink.
And so, if you can imagine, since red and black are the only options in roulette, and since this was supposed to be my number 1 hit, well, me and Pig 1 didn't have much left to invest in real estate.
That's like my straw.
And my sticks.
So then what about you?
I invested my inheritance in a brand new bungalow, replete with fortified stainless steel, state-of-the-art night vision alarm system, and most importantly, windproof foundation.
Sounds not cheap.
Indeed. I too no longer have money.
Well, at least we have each other.
Like sisters in a blanket. Am I like right?
Aww.
We're coming in full steam on this one. 2 counts each of willful destruction of property and reckless endangerment, nothing less. And given your client's history, we can't go anywhere near minimum jail time. But if you hand us guilty, we'll lowball at 10 years with eligibility for parole.
My client pleads not guilty to all counts.
Oh, come off it, Peep. No jury would buy that. We've got eyewitness testimony of your client fleeing the scene with a fan, his personal effects in the rubble. We've got motive and opportunity, and his rap sheet. Let Merm here count the ways.
Picnic basket theft, nursing home B&E, impersonation of a senior citizen.
For each of those crimes, my client was falsely accused.
Exactly. That's why his first and middle names are big and bad.
That's not my name.
Mr. Wolf.
No, it's okay. I want to talk. I've got to get this off my chest. My name is B.B. Wolf, yes, but that stands for Bernard Bartholomew Wolf. After the whole Riding Hood incident, the tabloids invented big and bad. I'm not bad, and I'm definitely not big. I'm 5'9". That's not big. Biggie Smalls was big, not me. I'm just a small-town wolf living in a lonely world. And I guess I just always end up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, today, you ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I just said that.
Listen, we don't care if you're big and bad or small and good or medium and half decent. Our offer won't budge.
Well, my innocence won't budge.
And budge rhymes with fudge. I haven't eaten today.
Look, if you're innocent, then why were you at the scene of each crime with a fan?
Again, my client has already explained to the police that he received 3 invitations to BYOF parties.
And again, we found no such invitation.
Someone could have deleted them.
You're scraping, Bo.
And what about that slow motion chase sequence?
I was afraid, okay? I was afraid. How many times do I have to get collared up for crimes I don't commit? First the little red misunderstanding, then the whole mix-up with that Peter kid, and now this.
I have some advice. Stop committing crimes.
My client is innocent. The plea stands.
Have it your way.
Glad to see you're still at it, Peep. As usual, doing what's expected of you. Repping a criminal, following the herd.
Say what you will. I'm just doing what I'm supposed to.
And what's that?
My job.
Do you think I could get any of that straw from the crime scene?
No.
What?
2 houses in one day, both by this BB Wolf miscreant.
I know, boss.
You put a leash on that puppy.
Don't worry, Wick. This case is watertight. We'll get a conviction before gavel hits wood.
You'd better, because I don't care what you have to do. Stack that jury with a couple of ringers if you have to. You didn't hear that from me, though.
Hear what from you?
Exactly. Ugh, it never ends. If it's not my iPhone, it's my iPad.
Those Apple products, it's like pick your poison.
Yeah. So, what's with the sunburn?
Oh, I just got back from a scuba diving trip.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Aren't you a poor, unfortunate soul?
Anyway, don't worry. Our big and bad perp's gonna be wolfing down some prison food.
Yeah, you'll hear all about his guilty verdict from the wolf, Blitzer.
Good. All right, I gotta run.
Where you headed?
Taking the Queensboro Bridge on the Queens for that Queen Bee concert.
Wicked.
So, how do I look?
The hottest of them all.
Hottest in all the land.
That's clearly kissing up, but you both promoted.
And when you approached the defendant at the construction site, did he acquiesce?
No, he did not. He attempted to flee. However, Detective Rella and I were able to subdue and arrest the defendant.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you've heard, the defendant was witnessed at each crime scene with an industrial fan, after which he blatantly resisted arrest. Nothing further.
Cross-examine?
Thank you, Your Honor. I wonder, Detective HD, given your physical liabilities, if you're fit to give testimony.
I'll show you physical liabilities.
Objection! Your Honor, the witness's physical condition is not on trial.
Your Honor, I put forth that the injuries of the witness may be connected to the apprehension of my client, rendering this witness unfit for testimony.
Proceed.
Now, Detective, how did you sustain these injuries?
I'm not going to answer these questions.
And I will hold you in contempt of court.
Fine. You want to know? I'll tell you. But don't blame me if you're plagued with nightmares for the rest of your lives. It was Thursday afternoon. I was on my lunch break, just sitting there, minding my own business. I wasn't sitting just anywhere. No, I was sitting on a wall. That's right, a wall. It seemed stable enough, sure. I mean, why wouldn't a wall be stable? But then, out of the blue, without warning, it gave way. Before I could get my bearings, I lost my balance and I fell. It's not easy to describe the kind of fall that it was. But if I had to use a word, I'd say it was great. A great fall. It was great. When I regained consciousness, I was in a gurney over at Kings County. They did everything they could to fix my bone fractures, torn joints, and broken soul. All the greatest doctors were there, human doctors, of course, but they were also horse doctors. In fact, after surgery, the chief resident put his hoof in my hand and said everything was going to be all right. But he was all wrong. No matter how hard they tried, they failed. They failed at putting me back together again. You want to know about my physical stability? Oh, I'll be all right, sure. I'll survive. But after a fall of such great magnitude, I may not ever recover up here, or in here, or along here. That one hurt. Those of you people out there, you young people especially, listen to me and listen close, because I will only say it once. Next time you see a wall, respect that wall and don't sit on it. Sit on a chair. Maybe a futon. You happy now? I quit.
What? He can't do that.
No way.
Order! I will have order! Let's move this along, counselors. My pumpkin orange town car is double parked. Prosecution, present your next witness.
We call pigs 1 through 3.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, Goose?
We do.
We have heard a detailed account of today's events, but does such a description truly convey the pure emotional turmoil that you 3 had to endure?
No, it was like horrible.
Truly frightening.
Your Honor, I can't even look at the defendant without feeling unclean.
Objection, pigs root in their own filth.
Sustained. Pig 2's comments will be stricken from the record.
Wait, I was supposed to be writing this down? I've been eating this muffin.
I'll rephrase. More specifically, are you 3 afraid of the big bad wolf?
The big bad wolf?
Big bad wolf.
Objection, are you afraid of Bernard Bartholomew Wolf?
Tra-la-la-la-la.
You'll have to excuse my sister. She is speaking in an archaic version of Pig Latin. Cha-la-la, roughly translates to English as yes.
And would you describe this fear?
It was horrifying. That fur guy walked right up to my front door and blew my house in.
Can any of you, imagine looking out the peephole of your own, front door and seeing, that?
Walked right up to my front door.
Looking out the peephole.
I too don't got money.
Always bet on pink.
I invest in rhythmicals.
This is a muffin.
Objection! Miss Stiltskin, did you just object to your own line of questioning?
Indeed I did, Your Honor. Indeed I did.
This is highly unorthodox.
We live in a highly unorthodox time, Your Honor. Why, just yesterday I saw a dish running away with a spoon.
I'll allow it.
What are you doing? My job.
Technically, that's my job.
Pigs 1 and 2. In your testimony just now, you revealed to the court that the defendant approached the front of your homes in order to topple them with an industrial fan.
Yeah.
Indeed, ma'am.
However, the evidence shows that the point of attack happened from the rear of each building. Therefore, it is my supposition that you 3 pigs staged the destruction of your homes, knowing you could easily frame an already convicted wolfing criminal, and in the end, walk away free pigs, having collected the windfall of insurance money you so desperately desired. That is my supposition. That is what really happened. How do you plead?
Guilty! We were broke. We needed the money so bad. I haven't been on pink in forever.
Yeah, and nobody told me there was already a music style called R&B. If I knows I was gonna get sued, I want to name mine ribs and bacon.
And I just like money.
Gingerbread bailiff, take them away.
Your Honor, motion for dismissal?
Motion granted. This court is adjourned.
Thank you for everything.
Don't thank me. Thank the echoey flashbacks.
Will do.
Not bad, counselor. Not bad at all. By the way, technically, I won that case. All right, see ya.
Thank you. Don't stop believing.
Hold on to that feeling.
Well, that was a twist ending I had to see to believe. Let's get out of here. Dinner's on me.
I won't argue with that.
What do you feel like?
Well, you know what I'm always hungry for.
What's that?
Justice.
Well, that, my friend, has already been served.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. She took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. A singer in a smoky room, the smell of wine and cheap perfume. For a smile they can share